thank Mr. Sudhakar, congratulate to Mr. Veda Kumar, the chairman of TRC, distinguished speakers, dear participants, good evening to all of you. As has spoken by other speakers, a very important aspect which roam around: access, equity and quality. Access is expansion, equity is inclusion, quality is competence. This is what Professor Prasad has told, and in the same manner I presume this is what is very important. Any difference in the synergy and collaboration of the three as a triangle will lead to chaos and will lead to imbalances. Here in the state of Telangana, with regard to the access, that is the expansion, we have got 14 or 15 state universities and central universities in the city. And if you look at the GER, from 2001, which was 14-15%, now it is reached to 22-23%. The number of colleges in each university, districts except two districts, Adilabad and Khammam, there are colleges, there are universities. On an average, there are 150, I can say 170 colleges under each university, on an average. Of course, Usmania has got more than 650 colleges, that is different. So what I would like to say is that first, expansion, as per what Professor Bhargava said, Yashpal Commission, the government has implemented and we have got a number of universities. Expansion is there, GER is improving. Second aspect is inclusion. Inclusion, that is the equity. Equity point of view also, there is a focus and there is a sufficient, or I can say there is a definitely concentration on proper inclusion from rural and urban and women and others. All are included. The most important thing which is lagging behind in this triangle is the competency, the fitness, what Prasad sir has told, of the students. The students. So that's why that's the quality which is lacking among us. There are many reasons, there are many things. So this work. And then I would like to classify the universities. One is universities which are old, which are having 12B status and NAC accredited and re-accredited. This is the first classification. Maybe 2 universities come under the 2, I can say 4 or 5 universities. There are some universities which have got 12B status, but not gone for the NAC. There are some universities which have not got 12B, nor they have gone for NAC. So this type of 3 classifications would help the state government in providing funding facility. This would be, I can say, is useful to the government as well. So from this point of view, I have important suggestions to make. Because the most important thing going around as the former Vice Chancellor is with regard to the financial barriers. Take the Osmania University, we have been facing problems of payment of salaries, payment of pension. Professor Bhattu Satyanarayana will speak about it. I will not go into the details of this aspect. Other universities are facing financial problems in other ways. But I would like to make some, because I am from the commerce background, so from that point of view, I thought to make suggestion to the state government. The first very important thing is with regard to RIDF. In the budgetary provision of the state government, there is always RIDF, Rural Infrastructure Development Fund. Some amount, 2 crores, 2.5 crores is put there. In 2012 it was there, 2013 also it was there, in 14 also it is there. Only in 2012 some amount was released, sanction is there, released, but it is not paid in the last quarter as such. In the third and fourth quarter when we submit, it is not paid. rural infrastructure development fund is a must for the rural universities like Telangana, Satavahana, Mahatma Gandhi, and that of the Palamur University. Without such of the funding, neither sanitation could be developed, nor internal roads could be developed, nor electrification could be developed. It is highly impossible to have a proper drinking facility, and highly impossible to have even primary health center, no hospital and doctor facility available in these rural universities. And so this fund, I would recommend strongly that this fund should be enhanced to at least 15 crore per annum, so that the students will be attracted if you provide proper drinking facility, proper linkage to the roads, proper sanitation and the electrification as such. So this is what is the first important thing. Second important thing is courses. Many universities, new universities have got 5-year courses. We have got in Telangana University 5-year courses. 2 5-year courses are there. You will surprised to note 2,75,000 is the amount sanctioned. It is not sufficient even to meet minimum expenditure of the contract teacher. One teacher or 2 teachers, sir. I would like to recommend that this should be raised, because the students are coming and staying in the hostels immediately after the intermediate. And we have commitment, financial burden of the hostel facility and that of the courses for 5 years. So it is necessary that the state government should make the assessment, and then based on the assessment, real assessment, at least 75% of the fund be sanctioned. It comes to around 50 lakhs for each course. 50 lakhs for each course. If there are 2 courses, 75 lakhs would be sufficient. So I would recommend that if you want to improve the quality, if you want to improve the education, this is a necessity. You are providing some amount, 2,70,000. To what extent it is sufficient? It is not at all sufficient. The third important thing is with regard to, of course, going to the financials, again, with regard to internship. Very, very important, as Madam also has mentioned, in corporate social responsibilities, the central government, in the Companies Act 2013, this is the new Companies Act, 2% of the total profit has to be allocated for the CSR. This is the requirement for all the public sector, private sector, joint sector, multinational companies. This is the stipulation by the central government. So I would recommend that why not the state government put a stipulation that some 5% of the fund of the profit be allocated under CSR for the educational development. This should be another very important area where indirectly allocate and provide internship training. You will surprised to note that in just 2 weeks back, I am very much close to FAPSI. Mr. Ravindra Modi is the vice president. He himself offered me that I would like to provide internship and the project report training program to all the science, commerce, business and technology students of Osmania University. Let there be a meeting. He offered a letter to me. He is ready to provide. But where is the industry? We are giving licenses, we are giving extensions, we are giving all permissions by the government without providing a small note that license is extended subject to internship training provided to the students this percentage. So under CSR, I recommend to the state government that this is high time that the tiny, medium, small sectors as well as large sectors and the multinationals using the resources of the Telangana, in the state of Telangana, must be committed to provide internship training for a period of maybe at least 6 weeks training. For a chartered accountant or so, it is 3 years. 3.5 years type of a training internship is there. This is what is very essential, and this must be done. Either CII can come forward or FAPSI, which has now separated to Telangana FAPSI, Federation of Chamber of Commerce and Andhra. That is another. Another important suggestion for the rural universities I would like to make, because I have observed by being in Nizamabad, there is a autonomous agency, autonomous body in every district that is called Agriculture Market Committee. So this Agriculture Market Committee has a platform for free exchange of the agriculture commodities, accessories and other for trade, for trade purposes to the agriculturists. So what happened is, there is very good big amount of surplus. There is a big amount of surplus every year. It is going into the crores of rupees. And this surplus amount is reinvested by the body, by the president, for providing amenities for trade. The amount is circulated. I would recommend that there should be a cess on that surplus to the extent of at least minimum 2%. 2%, because majority of the rural students going to the universities are from the agriculturist families. And so, when there is a surplus, and when you are reinvesting it into the trade itself, why not you provide educational cess out of the surplus that is gained? It is in other form a gain or a profit. I don't want to use the word profit, they don't use it, surplus. So there should be at least 2% of the surplus provided as a cess on the surplus for educational purpose. We can call it educational cess. Another important thing which I would like to recommend, that for professional tax. How much professional tax? We are paying doctors, teachers, professors, all 200 rupees per month, sir. 200 rupees, sir. So when there is 200 rupees, 1200 rupees is per annum we are paying, sir. So this professional tax today per month is only 200 rupees. A portion of, I can say 10%, surely I wrote 5%, but it could be, for educational cess. Professional tax should be increased, and 5 to 10% should be the educational cess purposes profession tax. Whatever profession tax is collected, I can say 10% of that should be, spent, invested for the educational purposes. Another important, there is always additional cess which is charged. There is the VAT, value added tax. There is value added tax in every state. So when there is value added tax, why don't you add a cess on value added tax to the extent of 1%? Only 1%. I can say one of the chartered accountant scholars said, sir, 1% is more, sir. You put 0.75. That would be better, sir. So either maybe 0.75 or maybe 1% would be enough for us. So this could be very useful as such, because this is already provided. We are paying the tax. In income tax, we are already paying education cess. On the same lines, there could be in the state value-added tax, that is education cess. So this is to improve the financial position of the universities which are lagging behind. Another important point is that we are using the services in rural universities particularly. We have land, we use the services of land records people. We have rural water supply, we use the services of rural water department, Panchayat Raj department, some other. All these electricity department, all these departments should be given instructions by the state government that there should be free services provided, which the support should be given by the concerned agencies and the departments to the universities and the universities particularly, and the government colleges. This is what. As I told you, CSR should be at the state level, because it is already at the central level. There should